welcome to this week's video. My name is Lynda Gaiao. Today we're moving into trait 9 of focus, and I really enjoy this one. And perhaps that's because I have it multiple times in my design. And what focus does is it really allows you to pay attention to the details. And when we're looking at the original description of this particular trait, this ability to pay attention to the detail means that we can fulfill our potential. And ultimately that's because most people don't focus on the details that are essential. They're either focusing on the wrong things or they're not focusing enough. And it's really about bringing your energy to focus on the things that are correct. This particular trait is in the logical circuitry, and it brings this determination to experiment with things, to really focus and almost like tunneling or zero focusing your energy onto exactly what needs to be focused on. And this really, there's a certain level of determination required to bring that level of focus to something. And essentially, there is this need to conserve our energy, because if we're focusing on everything, we end up focusing on nothing. So it's this ability to kind of conserve our precious energy, to be able to focus on exactly what is meaningful, exactly what is worthwhile, exactly what is purposeful in our lives. And that focus can bring this really single pinpointed direction for us in life. And in order to not get distracted, not get pulled from this thing to another thing, to not be pulled from one shiny object to another, there's this diligence of how we focus that energy. And there's a certain level of perseverance that comes with that, because in order to properly test something, in order to properly assess something, in order to get to the correct formula, we need to have that perseverance to focus on something for an extended period of time. When we come to logic within human design, there's always going to be this experimentation, this testing, this repeating again and again and practicing something, and we need the focus to succeed in that way. And then when we ultimately have spent our time focusing and we have experimented, we come to the other side of it where we have this formula or some kind of structure that we can then share with others, and we can say, hey, look at what my focus has brought me in life. It has brought me this ability to really zero in on my energy and to know what is correct for me and to connect into what is meaningful and worthwhile. So when we have the correct focus, we are able to connect into the correct flow for us, and that ultimately leads us to connecting into the correct direction for us. There is so much attention in the world around us to not focus on what's correct, and when we overlook the small things and instead focus on the big things, we actually can set ourselves up for failure, because this means that we are missing the details that are essential for us, and that leads to an insecure future. And when we can really examine things in finer detail, test them over and over again, and come to a specific theory or a specific practice or a specific formula for us, this is when we're going to have successful things in our life, and that's really going to make a difference for us. The trait on the other side of the 9 is the 52, which is kind of stillness and concentration. And so when you have the 9 without the 52, it can sometimes feel like you can't sit for long enough time to be able to bring the focus, and that can lead to a certain level of frustration for people. So this week, when we're thinking about business in terms of this trait of focus, in business, it's essential to bring focus to specific issues or projects, or to establish successful formulas or successful strategies. And so having someone who can bring this level of focus into your team or your business can be great. They are the types of people who can be given detailed work because they can bring their focus to it. They have this determination and this perseverance to focus. They are exactly the people that you would go to when you want something to be tested and validated and practiced to bring success. And when they are in the room, so if you're in a meeting and you have somebody with the 9 in the room, they're going to bring the focus for everybody. And this really helps the whole team to stay focused on the task at hand. So this week, what I'd encourage you to pay attention to or to bring your awareness to is, what do you have the energy to focus on? What are the details that you're noticing around you? What details are you ignoring? Where are you struggling to sit still? And where is this focus on the detail bringing a significant difference into your life? Where is it leading to this successful future for you? One thing that I can say about this particular trait, because I have it multiple times in my design, is people will often comment on that, how much they see that I'm able to focus, and they wish that they could bring that focus into their lives. And so when I work with people, I actually do help to bring that focus for them. Interestingly, when you try to turn it inwards personally to yourself, to focus on yourself, you can actually feel as if you miss the details. You don't always see the details. I mean, this may have something to do with me being a projector, because I'm not here to see myself, but I really do see how I can bring focus for others when I am using that energy to assist others, to guide them, to bring the wisdom. So this week, lots of focus around you, or the yin and the yang, right? Focus or not, and just really seeing, are you able to focus, or are you struggling to sit still, and how does this energy dynamic show up for you this week? If you've got anything to share, please pop it in the comments below. And if you want to receive notifications each week as the transits move and the background frequency changes, then hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when that transition happens. Until next week, enjoy your focusing energy. Until then, bye for now.